Hey all, welcome to ShareTrack. This is Raj here. Friends, yesterday we had a video out on Pfizer. Sandeep and I worked on that. We are still trying to make it much more crisp and shorter, but despite our best efforts, it became 30 minutes long because there was a lot of things to talk about. And in the process, I wanted to put some technicals into it and I couldn't. So this is a very short video in which I'm going to talk a little bit about the technicals on Pfizer. Because at this point of time, Pfizer does look inexpensive, but we have to see whether it can fall even further before it picks up. Because overall, the company is pretty good. I think it's a long-term hold, and steady dividends are something that's a positive. And also, they have a really good pipeline. So we have covered all those things. So today, let's look at the Pfizer technicals. Let's get started. So here we are in the chart for Pfizer, symbol PFE. Current price is 35.78, and it gained around 1.13% in the last trading period. And this chart has got a candle. Each candle is worth a week. So this is a very long-term chart. I have zoomed out because we want to see the entire context. So we have data right from 2021 onwards in this screen. So we are looking at somewhere around January 2021 onwards. And we can see that Pfizer had steadily climbed from a low of somewhere around $33.46 and gone way high. And now we are back to around 35.78. But the structure that I see here is a bearish channel out here. And in the past also within this channel, we have had bullish runs. Like this is a bullish run, all these green candles, and all these green candles are another bullish run. And then there's been a gap down, a bit of consolidation. So this consolidation is happening on a downward trajectory. So it ends up being a bearish pennant, which could foreshadow a lot of possibility that the price would break downwards instead of up, because if a pennant is found on an upward trend, then it's called a bullish pennant, and it moves upwards when it breaks out of the triangle. So the pennant out here is this triangle that we are seeing here, and this triangle ends somewhere out here, so somewhere on 9th of October. And before that, or on that day, I think we are going to break downwards. And the share will gain value until 21, then it will go down, and probably it will form one more of these structures until we find some symbols or some patterns that tell us that it's going to break out from here. At this point of time, momentum is also low. MACD is bullish, but momentum needs to pick up. Momentum is not looking that great on the weekly chart. And if we were to convert this into a daily chart and have a look at it, then you can see we have the upper part of the bearish channel, and then this line is the lower part of the bearish channel, and this is our current bullish channel within this bearish context. And we let me extend this so that we can pinpoint. So somewhere around this point, which is 13th of October, Pfizer will have to decide whether it's going to break out upwards or downwards. Technicals say that it's going to break out downwards. Then it will come back again and touch this line of support and probably bounce back and create a similar up and down structure. And ultimately, where this upper bound and the lower bound meets, that will become a pennant, and we'll have to break out from there. And whether it will break upward or downward depends on whatever patterns come up at that time. So right now it seems to me that there is still time to pick up Pfizer. It's likely to lose value further. And coincidentally, the time at which it is to make a decision is very close to the earnings, which is 31st of October 2023. This will be the earnings for the third quarter. And we are expecting, the market is expecting EPS of 0.627 cents and a revenue of 14.88 billion. So let us see whether those numbers will be achieved. And closer to that, we'll have news coming out, and some of those news and market sentiments will decide whether we are going to break out upwards or downwards. So that, my friends, is the story of Pfizer. And this company has good potential. It has been a profitable company throughout, and it's been paying dividends on a regular basis. I think overall, it's just a matter of timing. If you buy it at a low price, then you will always be golden because the price you would have bought it at an all-time low. But in market, it's very difficult to time. I'm going to attempt to put a time frame where we may probably see it at the lowest price. So I think technically we might see it going down somewhere closer to May. But around that time, I suppose we'll have a dovish Fed, and we would probably be having a steady interest rate with prospects of rates cutting towards the middle of 2024. So those things can give it a catalyst and start moving it upwards. So till such time, I think it's going to go on this bearish wedge. That's what I'm going to call it. It's going to go down on this bearish wedge. But it will not be a straight descent. It will be ups and downs. It will be lower highs and lower lows. And that's how it's going to happen. So friends, that's all I have for you with regard to Pfizer. For next week, Sandeep and I are working on Thermo Fisher. The reason I picked up Thermo Fisher is because it's got genomics in it, and it's a big company. But something that Sandeep told me when we were doing our very first video together, the first technical analysis on NVIDIA, he said that during the gold rush, the people who were selling the spades made a lot of money, regardless of whether the individual miners found any gold or not. So that leads me to think that we have to look at a theme of companies that manufacture all the equipment that is used by genomic companies for fermentation or for other procedures. So I'm in the process of searching those kind of companies, and we'll have a series of those companies. Some of them may be inexpensive because they may also be startups, and some of them will be established companies like Thermo Fisher. So we have taken Thermo Fisher first because we'll have all the data about Thermo Fisher. We have historical data. It'll be easier to do an analysis. And this time we're going to try to stick to 30 minutes, and we're going to add technical and fundamentals both in the same video. So wish us the best as we try to do this. And I'm going to be increasing the programming. So if you have any suggestions, please put it in the comment section. Thanks and have a great day. Bye for now.